A show duct taped together by broken promises and hopes and dreams. Recorded in the corner of Wade's dirty bathroom. Get ready for WMBT.
It's hard not to love money. I mean, I've had the multiple sports cars I barely drove, boats that I rarely used, houses that felt more like showrooms than an actual house. But those things didn't drive me when I first started my career. In fact, I eventually let go of a lot of those things because those things started owning me instead of me owning those things, if that makes any sense. Ironically, the happiest period of my career was when I was broke and the future was very uncertain. The challenge to learn, improve, accomplish was intoxicating. A lot of my friends coming up felt the same way after talking to them later in life. Today, things feel different. Somewhere along the way, things shifted from building to just becoming rich and quickly. Like, would Apple be Apple today if Steve Jobs obsessed over stock price instead of product detail? Nikola Tesla brought us power to our homes, but died broke and in debt because his passion for electricity was stronger than his financial ambition. Would Mark Zuckerberg have... Somewhere along the way, we stopped wanting to be great. Seems like very few people want to master anything anymore, just monetize. Money isn't ambition. Money is just a scoreboard. It's the number at the end of the game, but it's definitely not the game. Somewhere down the line, we started confusing wealth with ability. But money doesn't automatically mean mastery. It just means the market paid you. The old model was learn, practice, fail, improve, and then earn. The new one is monetize, pivot, rebrand, repeat. When you build something real, you gain competence. Competence builds confidence. Confidence builds identity. But if you skip competence and jump straight to money, you don't build yourself. You build pressure. Money amplifies who you already are. So if you're skilled, it scales you. But if you're hollow, it ultimately exposes you. The internet didn't create this problem, but it did accelerate it. Before the internet, you needed a product, a skill, a craft. Now, all you need is attention. Attention converts to money. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram don't reward mastery first. They reward visibility. And visibility feels like success, which is kind of how success is defined these days. An acquaintance of mine pointed out that my food episode from last week only has 11 views so far and suggested I pay to increase visibility so I could later monetize it. I told him if 11 people watched it and enjoyed it, that's good enough for me. This little video thingy of mine is just something I enjoy doing in retirement. Plus, I think people are starting to feel fatigued by folks constantly trying to sell them something by someone claiming to have all the answers. Definitely not trying to be that guy. Ambition shifted from doing something you're truly passionate about to just being seen online. Jumping to success first instead of building something of substance. You can rent a lifestyle, you can filter a lifestyle, you can even stage a lifestyle, but you can't stage substance. Welcome to the shortcut era, boys and girls. We have dropshipping empires, crypto pumps, influencers, and fake gurus. Everyone's selling a system, and nobody's selling discipline. I mean, no one's saying these days, I've been quietly refining this craft for 12 years. It's more like, here's how I made $38,000 in 4 days. The shortcut economy is addictive because patience is boring, iteration is boring, and failure, well, this is humiliating. But the thing is, that's where mastery lives. The shortcut economy isn't really built for builders, it's built for a dopamine effect. When money is the only metric, you quit when it slows down. You pivot constantly and chase trends. You never compound your skill. You become reactive instead of excellent. History rarely rewards the shortcuts. Michelangelo didn't live stream the Sistine Chapel. He disappeared for 4 years, laying on his back, covered in paint, refining something nobody had ever seen before. No monetization strategy, just obsession. Beethoven kept composing after he went deaf, not because it was lucrative, but because it was who he was. Even in business, Henry Ford didn't invent the car to flip it. He obsessed over process, efficiency, repetition, mastery. The money followed scale, not hype. For most of history, greatness required obscurity first, apprenticeships, and practice. Years nobody applauded or even knew about. If money is the goal, you'll always feel behind. But if mastery is the goal, you're always progressing. And ironically, that's usually when the money shows up.
Wade Martin's video thingy.
Oh, God.
Don't subscribe.
WMBT.